Good morning, guys, and listen, welcome to the show. Uh, anyway, we're going to start and we're going to talk about Turkey, the Turkish crisis. We're going to talk about Deutsche Bank real quick, and then we're going to move on and we're going to do all of the prices of different things this morning. So, in the markets. So, let's get the show started and open the charts right here. And the first thing we're going to talk about is Turkey and the lira, and there's a crisis going on. You know, the lira has been falling in value, and Merkel, which is the leader of Germany, they've ruled out German financial aid. So evidently Germany's the real force behind the European Central Bank. Without Germany, I mean, there is no European Central Bank. Germany is the bank. And so Germany says that they're turning their back on Turkey and they rule out German financial aid. No, so in other words, it says Germany has turned its back on Turkey, refusing to offer financial support as Ankara attempts to navigate its way through self-inflicted currency crisis, which has seen the lira almost half in value over the last year. This is probably going to continue. I don't really see any other way out of it for Turkey other than to try to maybe use their gold reserves. You know, Turkey has extensive gold reserves, but the lira is on its way down, and we're going to have to keep our eye on it. I'm going to be keeping my eye on it on this channel right here. Now let's take a look at Deutsche Bank real quick. Deutsche Bank is having an up day, but it's still under 10 euros. If we put this into perspective over the last month, we can see it's still a downward slide, even though it's having one particular up day today. It's still been a downward slide over the last month. So we're keeping our eye close on what Deutsche Bank is doing right now. Now, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin today. Bitcoin has went into a hold'em pattern, guys, in around 6,500 bucks or 6,400. It's 6,408 right now. She's in a hold'em pattern. Basically, what's happened is she's got a floor under her at $6,000 that it doesn't want to cross. When it crosses under $6,000, it meets tremendous resistance. Nobody wants to sell at that point. But then on the other hand, there's not that much excitement behind this market right now at this point, and that's what's reducing the impact of the market going up. And so we're kind of caught. It's kind of trapped in this little area right here around 6,400 bucks, and it's just kind of treading water. Now, it's going to change when the ETF decision comes in on the 30th of September. They're going to decide on the ETF exchange-traded fund. If the exchange-traded fund goes through, we're going to see Bitcoin price rise. If it doesn't go through, then we might see it break through this resistance, this lower resistance at $6,000. And now, if it doesn't go through, that doesn't, the SEC doesn't approve the exchange-traded fund. That doesn't mean that it's never going to go through. It just means that it's not going through right now. Eventually, they're going to have exchange-traded funds with Bitcoin. I mean, it's no doubt in my mind. It's just that they have to meet all of the regulatory approvals first and Bitcoin has to become more mature as an asset before they will approve this. But I think that personally, this try, I think, is going to go through at the end of September. That's what my personal opinion is. Anyway, let's talk about silver today. Silver today is at $14.76. It's up 3 cents on the day. Yippee! I mean, I'm being sarcastic, but I mean, it's just, what a beating this thing's had. $14.76. I mean, silver has been pounded and pounded and pounded. The thing is at what point are they going to break this market if they keep pounding it down lower? And they're keeping it down too. I mean, if I was a silver miner right now, I'd be saying to the boys, listen, don't start that excavator today. And in fact, we're going to lay off you, Jim. We're going to lay off you and you and you. You're all laid off. Don't even start that excavator today. That's it. You know, close down this section of the mine. We're not making enough profit on this stuff. You know, that's the way I'd be today. I'd be just, it's ridiculous. So now let's move on to the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We're looking at it's up 76 points. Now, I said that probably about 2 weeks ago, I said it'd probably crest 26,000, and it's on its way to cresting 26,000. Anyway, how much higher do I think it'll go than 26,000? When it hits 26,000, that's a tough call. I'm going to reserve that call for now. Okay, so let's move on to the oil price today. $67.82 for sweet light crude. It's up $1.39 on the day. That's a pretty good little increase for the day, you know. $1.39. That's over a 2% increase in the price of crude. But they've been keeping it between $65 and $70. They've been doing that for quite a while now. And so I'm tending to think that it's going to go up, get up close to $70, and then it's going to back off down towards 65 again. And that's what I think they're actually doing with it. Let's take a look at bonds and rates today. The bonds are climbing a little bit today. It's nothing extreme, but the bond prices, bond yields are moving up a little bit, all except for the short bond. It's unchanged. Let's see, the biggest mover in the bonds would probably have to be the 30-year. It's up 0.28% today. Or what's that, 2 basis points. Anyway, but they are moving up a little bit today. Let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index today. And the dollar's moving down just a tad. Not much. Just slightly. And we didn't cover the cryptocurrency market capitalizations today, but most of the coins are just slightly in the red today. Listen, this has been your market report. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, and we're going to catch you in the next show. Bye-bye, guys.